Welcome, 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 ladies and gentlemen. I am 𝗦𝘁𝘶𝗱, your host with the most. You are here on the Frequency of Abundance group. We thank you for joining us on the weekend. We know you could be anywhere and you choose to be with us, and we thank you. We are here and we have the most incredible talks 7 days a week. The Frequency of Abundance group is sponsored by Allura Creative Agency, and I'm blessed enough to be in the mix and the founder of both. So where I'm coming from is a place of, well, if we can create a group called the Frequency of Abundance, wouldn't it be a blessing to be able to give back? So it's a free group. It's over on LinkedIn. I'll put the contact in the chat. There you go. So come and join us. Jump in on the free group. It's wonderful. There's also, our first annual, it's going to be so exciting, personal wellness virtual retreat. It's free. Come join us. Come have some fun. So the link to that is in there. On my side, I've been playing professionally as an elite energy coach for about 30 years. So focusing on Olympians, Cirque du Soleil acrobats, international sports teams, and elite coaches and executives and leaders from around the world. I've had about 15,000 people come through my hands, written several best-selling books on energy management. And so I speak from that place that, at the intersection of time and energy, you can't get more time, but you can get more energy. And if you're already functioning at 9 out of 10 in your life, personally and professionally, and want to know what 9.1 or 9.2 look like, I invite you to reach out to me. Let's take a look and see what we can do. If you're a coach, a healer, a therapist, and you're looking to hunt whales, and you're trying to get C-suite clients, the big boys, well, reach out to me. Allura Creative Agency. We're a private, not-for-profit, invitation-only community, and the only not-for-profit public relations house in the world. So where we're going to be able to blow a dog whistle very differently than anyone else to a very unique audience like your C-suite whales is what's going to make it. And those one-of-a-kind events that I co-host, so you don't introduce yourself or your offer, I do, really change the nature when C-suite people want to come hang out, talk, feel heard. It's a blessing. So if anything I can do for you personally or professionally, anywhere you want to come, and if you want to come sit with me, and have some fun and get interviewed, talk the talk, get on us. We've got season 4 coming up. We're rounding off the end one more week for season 3, and then we're restreaming it 3 times a week so you can binge watch, have some fun. Season 1 was all about inner development. Season 2, communications and the way that you communicate with everyone in your little world, all the relationships. This is season 3. This is about your business. This is making it right. So in that context, let's think about what today is. Mastering your niche, standing out, getting noticed, and get paid. And it's in the context of one of these beautiful daily talks. So this week was Monday. Now's the best time to build your brand. Tuesday, and Monday was Motivational Mondays. Tuesday was Triumphant Tuesday, your ideal client blueprint, how to attract the right people effortlessly. Winning Wednesday, magnetic messaging, crafting that offer that sells itself. Triumphant Thursdays, passion to profit, 5 must-have systems for success. Friday, scaling without burnout, smart time and energy management for coaches. We've got yesterday, with a successful Saturday, the power of storytelling. So cool. How to build a brand that people love. Big, big, big topics, every one of them. If you've started the business, critical. If you've been doing the business and you wanted more, critical. If you feel like I'm doing everything right and I just want to double check, critical. Today, mastering your niche, standing out, getting paid and noticed. It's about those that, sometimes feel struggling to differentiate themselves in a crowded market. Wondering how to turn, your expertise into that consistent income, and owning your niche, becoming the go-to expert. So when someone says, I'm looking for a blank, like back in the day, those of you that are old enough, put it in the chat, comment, share, share some, and show some love there. I would love that. So those of you that are old enough to know, there used to be a phone book. And in the phone book, it would be pretty obvious. The guy in that category that's got the biggest ad is obviously the best. And psychologically and subconsciously, that's how we go. So you see that plumber when you need a plumber, and he's got the biggest ad, clearly that's the best plumber. And right or wrong, that's the way we kind of have adapted even since the good old yellow pages. So moving in that capacity, where I'm coming from and where I wanted you to feel really, really abundant is that if you can start mastering your niche and people go, oh my goodness, that's amazing, I didn't know she does that, you stand out. And if you've been doing it for a minute and you've been doing it well, you'll get noticed. And then the last part is kind of the part that everyone focuses on first, getting paid. That happens after. New bank account, deposit before you can withdraw, that concept. So, I'm so excited. Let's get into it. All right, ready? Welcome to the frequency of abundance. Now, if we're struggling to differentiate yourself in a crowded market, wondering how to turn your expertise into consistent income, you're in the right place. I'm diving in today on how you can own your own niche, attract these high-value clients effortlessly, and monetize your expertise with confidence. So grab a notebook. You know by now you got notes. You better be. Some of us live in that, man. It's a blessing because you put on a to-do task in the new school and it's a little click, click, blip, blip, blip on your handheld or on your screen. You do that in the old school and you write down a to-do list. Oh, and then you get to scratch it off. That feels so good. And then when the whole dang list is done and you get to crumple up that paper, oh, what a feeling. If you never tried it, highly suggested. Have some fun. Now, grab your notebook. We're going to go into the strategies, and as always, this is less about me chitty-chat-cathing about what's been going on and how we've been here for years and helping people and all that. This is the specifics of how we can help you. I believe that the best way to show people that you can help them is to, you guessed it, drum roll, help them. So let's do step one. Let's get crystal clear on your niche. Most people are going to struggle because they're trying to serve everyone. When you try to talk to everyone, you end up talking to no one. Well, maybe you talk to everyone, but nobody listens. Maybe that's a better way to put it. Now, if we stop, realize that we can be binary, polarizing, that's scary because I'm going to turn away all these other clients. They're not clients. But all these other prospective clients, they're not prospective clients. They never would have been in your possible wheelhouse. Focus on the people that if they heard your messaging, their ears would perk up. That's the dog whistle. That's what we do as a public relations house. That's what you need to do yourself to your client. Action exercise. Let's use the one-person rule. So imagine you're sitting across from your ideal client. Who are they? What's going to keep them up at night? What do they desperately want? What problem do they have right now that you know you can solve better than anyone? And I know that you know how to solve their problem, but I want to know what problem do they have that you can solve better than anyone. So it might add some complexity. It might not be, if we go back to that silly plumber example, it would be like, oh, maybe I'm not necessarily the best plumber in the world, but you don't need the best plumber in the world. You actually need somebody who knows how to plumb a specific thing that somebody installed themselves and did some weird workaround. Luckily, I know exactly how to do that because I did that myself when I was growing up. So you need a specialist in that sense. That could be interesting. And something we'll talk about in a minute. So let's look at a basic general sentence where we can plug in some gaps. Number one, I help specific person achieve specific result without common struggle. So your example is, I help service-based entrepreneurs. Service-based. I'm like, oh, I don't provide a product, I provide a service. Yeah, service-based entrepreneurs. I help service-based entrepreneurs land high-ticket clients without paid ads or complex funnels. Huh. I'm a coach. I provide a service. I want a high-ticket client. You can do that without paid ads and complicated funnels? I'm in. That's the one-person rule. You're sitting across from your ideal client, and they go, okay, John, tell me, what do you do? You don't want to say, I do coaching. No. I help service-based entrepreneurs land high-ticket clients without paid ads and complex funnels. Oh. Okay. So take a minute, do this now, and then say it out loud. Reach out to me. Post it. Be brave. Be bold. Put it out on the social interwebs. Have some fun. This is about you and about you growing. So push yourself. Get uncomfortable. That's where the growth happens. If you can't explain it simply, it's time to refine. So for somebody like Allura, as an example, Allura Creative Agency, world's first not-for-profit public relations house. What do we do specifically in that one sentence? If you've already invested time and money to build your brand, we help you get more visibility, more credibility, and reach a wider target audience. That's what we do. See if you can get to that level of clarity for what you do. Step 2, position yourself as the go-to expert. People aren't going to be buying from generalists. They want the best at solving their problem, their very, very, very specific problem, not their general problem. So how do you establish yourself as the expert? Let's look at this as an action exercise. This is the content authority plan. I want you to pick one of these ways to share your expertise consistently. Sharing it once is adorable. I was watching a video from somebody that I follow, shout out Dan Henry, and I saw a video that he did in 2021. And you think to yourself, oh, it's old content, who cares? I'm like, when it's appropriate and applicable, that's when I care. I don't care if you wrote it in 1600s or if you wrote it 16 minutes ago. I don't care. It's not better or worse. The newer it is, the more impactful and meaningful it is to me is the only thing that I'm measuring how awesome it is. And when it measured to me, how to scale your business and grow without burnout, loved it. Thought it was brilliant. Talked about cool things in it. Really helped. Thought that was powerful. So that's the content authority plan. I want you to pick one way, share your expertise consistently. Either write 3 little bite-sized posts per week. Don't just share some insights, share some quick wins. 3 bite-sized, so small content form factor. Or if you want to be a tough guy, you could go live once a week, answering frequently asked questions from your audience. Reach out and tell them there's a hot seat. I'm in it. Ask me anything you want. You can do that once a week. I'll let you off the hook. Or you can offer a free workshop just to showcase your expertise. And that, if you want any help with, let me know. It's something that we do, and we'll find a way to help you monetize it as well. But pick an action exercise item today. I need you to start developing yourself as the content authority expert. So as the go-to expert, know that's where you're coming from. Know that's what you're supposed to do. Know that's why people are coming to you, because you get it done and you answer it. Pro tip is going to be to show up consistently and talk about the same niche. Repetition equals authority. If I'm coming here talking to you about salad dressing, and then next week about sim racing on my go-kart, and then the week afterwards talking about hot air balloons, how deep can I go, right? I'm very topical. So I can either go wide or I can go deep. Going wide as a generalist, going deep as a specialist. I need a specialist. Talk about the same niche. Repetition equals authority. Don't overcomplicate it. Share stories, share insights. If you can, share actionable steps. The best way to help people is to literally help people. So give it away, and people will be blown away going, my God, if I can get this kind of content for free, imagine if I pay this guy or girl. We talked about just that's the way the mind works. I'm like, that's also one of the ways the mind works. They can't believe that you are at that place in your life, personally and professionally, in your business, that you're in a frequency of abundance and you're standing in alignment with your truth, that you can give away content like this for free. That's crazy. I'm like, no. And I know many others that are blessed, too blessed to be stressed. So, like Bobby McFerrin used to say, here's my number, call me, I make you happy. If you get stuck, reach out. Step 3. Let's attract a high-value client effortlessly. Oh, that is fun. That is fun compared to when you roll up your sleeves and go to work. Whew. You don't need more followers, okay? You need the right audience. And they're the ones that value what you do. So vanity numbers, I've got almost 11,000 followers on LinkedIn, almost 5,000 followers on Facebook. That's not the right audience. I can pretty much assure you. My core raving fan audience is probably about 1,000 people across all channels. Those are the people that are your raving fans because they could have paid to go hear you speak at this city. And then if you're traveling 3 hours away to go speak the exact same speak at another city, they would travel and pay to hear you again. Those are your raving fans. If you have those, if you're at that level, reach out. Put your hand up. Put your hand in the chat. Reach out. Say hello. Give some love. Share. Let me know you're in here. The algorithms love you and thank you. So let's look at some action exercises. This is the magnet message. Post a bold statement that challenges common beliefs in your industry. I want you to say, well, before we go into what to say, post a bold statement. It's going to challenge a common belief in your industry. Even a couple of them, that's fine. Offer free clarity calls to start real conversations. So here's what's prevalent in our industry. Concerned? Free clarity call. Call me. Start the real conversations. And in that content, give one powerful tip in your content that's going to immediately help people. Not just immediately showcase you and the awesome super sauce that you are, but that can help people immediately, whether they never call you again. Here's an example. So, most people think you need a huge following to make money. The truth? You only need a handful of high-value clients who truly need what you have to offer. People are going to start seeing you as the expert they need when they see that you've niched down, become polarizing, and go, hey, you either love me or you hate me. You either need to work with me or you don't. And I'm not going to pretend that I'm for everybody. I'm not. That's polarizing. Binary. You either have this exact problem and I can exact fix it. People love to click a lever and go, yes, done. Click a light switch, on, off. Perfect. My problem, call Natan, boop. Put that problem to rest. The lights went off. Done. Go to bed. That's what they want from you. So knowing that that's the case, for them to see you as that expert, let's look at step 4. Monetize with confidence. You got a little imposter syndrome? You walking into the hospital wearing that white hospital gown and the stethoscope and you got the little name tag? Well, if you look down at the name tag and it's your name, that's not imposter syndrome. You're a doctor. This is where you work. Stop it. Go to work. If you look down and that name tag isn't yours, that's not imposter syndrome. That's fraud. You're pretending to be a doctor. Stop it. Get out of the hospital. So there's no such thing. You need to let that go. I need you to monetize with confidence. So it's time to charge what you're worth. And stop undervaluing your skills. You couldn't find someone to pay you what you think you need? That doesn't mean you're worth less. That means you need to do much better at finding the right people. Maybe you need to do much better at finding the right messaging. Maybe you need to do both. But I'm here to tell you that after doing this hundreds of times and having tens and tens of thousands of data set analytics, where we know exactly how many messages we've done and in what capacity, it's sad. Because to the right audience, that messaging is a breath of fresh air. You're blowing a dog whistle that only they... Can you hear that? Can you hear that? Oh my God, that messaging is just for me? It's the most delightful thing you ever had. Everybody hates to be sold, but everyone loves to buy. And that is the call to buy. So when you monetize with confidence and you charge what you're worth, stop undervaluing your skills. We have a price preferential, right? Something costs $300 million. Well, I bet it's worth it. Okay. Something costs $300, you're like, Something costs $3,000, you're like, Why? It's the way we're wired. Focus on that. So your action exercise is going to be the confident pricing formula. Write down your dreams, and I mean very specifically, your dream monthly income. You want 5, 10, 15, 20, 55, 100 million. What do you want, right? What's your dream monthly income? Decide how many clients you want to work with each month. Ooh, how you like to spend your time, how you like to make your money. Now you're talking my language. Divide the two. That's your price. Hold on. Run that by me again. Okay. Write down your dream monthly income. Decide how many clients you want to work with each month, and then divide the two. That's your price. Example. I want to make $10,000 a month, and I only want to work with 5 clients. Okay, math boy. Then your offer needs to be priced at $2,000 a client. Will somebody pay you $2,000? Oh, I can vouch they will. Yeah. So if I want to make $10,000 and I don't want to be too busy, I can work with 5 clients. That's 1 client a day for an hour. I'm like, yep. Okay, I could do that. I take weekends off, evenings off. I'm like, evenings off? You're working 1 hour a day. You're taking the damn day off. Trust me. So, and I can still make $10,000 a month. I'm like, yeah. More than $100,000 a year in the corporate world that we all used to come and love and from. It was huge. That's all you ever needed, right? 6 figures, you're set for life. So know that $10,000 a month is so easily achievable. Jumping from 0 to 10, not always the quickest and easiest. There are ways to make that less painful and to speed up the process. Jumping from 10 to 20, much easier. You wouldn't believe it. If you're stuck and curious, reach out. Jumping from 20 to 50, different kettle of fish. 0 to 10 you can do by yourself. It'll be hard and painful and you'll be busy as heck. 10 to 20 you're going to break down and have a burnout, guaranteed. But if you go 20 to 50, you have systems and teams. If you don't, you never made 20. You definitely can't make 50. You don't get to be a solopreneur. Not at that scale. Not doing this. Not this way. So, if you raise your prices, own it. People pay for the best, damn it. Be the best. If you are the best and you're not charging for it, I categorically will not believe that you're the best. If you don't want to say you're the best, okay, don't charge like it. But if you are, please do, for all our sakes. So some final power moves for you, right? If you're serious about standing out, getting noticed, getting paid, start with these. Refine your niche. Who do you help and how? Right? Who do you serve? How do you serve them? Share your expertise consistently. Be seen as the go-to expert. Do you know anyone else that's putting out daily talks and now finishing up season 3, giving this type of information away for free every day? Reach out to me if you do. I'd love to meet them and say hi. That is a brother in arms or a sister in arms, and I'd love to meet them. We're here to raise the tide for everyone. The tide raises all boats. So if you're in that frequency of abundance, reach out to us. Join us on the free group. Reach out to us. We have a beautiful paid community. It's tens of dollars a month. But all of a sudden, now it's private. And there's networking, and there's group calls, and there's coaching. And the Tide has so many ways to support you by raising your boat with accountability. Reach out to us and come to the, oh my God, personal wellness virtual retreat coming up. It's free. Reach out and join us on the Frequency of Abundance on the LinkedIn free group. Reach out if you want to be a guest on here. I will put you up. I will broadcast your message. Reach out if you want to. Oh my goodness, have Allura cast a spotlight on your brand and give you more credibility, visibility, and a wider audience. And reach out to me if you're blessed enough to be in that place where you're already at 9 out of 10 personally and professionally, and you're curious what that next level looks like. I'd love to say hi. So know that next week, we are starting the last week before we give you the final week of the month, where you get to binge watch 3 times a day all the episodes that we're normally doing once a day on the Frequency of Abundance. That's starting tomorrow. Tune in, 9 a.m. Eastern, Monday to Friday. All of these captivating talks. On the weekends, sleep in, pop in at 1 o'clock, and you're golden. So let me finish off those final power moves for you. Refine your niche. Who do you serve? How do you serve them? Share your expertise consistently and be seen as that go-to expert. Give till it hurts. There's so much more in reserve. Your infinite love. I gave all my love to that person. Good luck with that. It's impossible. You don't have any love left for me? Oh, I do. How is love this infinite, completely replenishable resource? It's the same with your expertise. It's infinite. Give. Engage with your audience. I want you to build those relationships, not just followers. Vanity numbers aren't going to help you. 30,000 people know who I am. I'm like, really? Maybe they did when they clicked to connect. But those are followers. Those aren't relationships. And the best way to honor yourself and them, because money is just a form of appreciation, people. That's it. Money is a form of appreciation. Charge confidently. You deserve to get paid well for your knowledge. Sweat, blood, and tears were what got you that. Now, if this episode hits home, reach out, give a like, give a nudge, DM me niche, and let's chat about how you can refine and monetize your expertise. Until next time, which is tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, be well. Oh my goodness, stay in alignment with your frequency of abundance. Know that I'm here for you, personally and professionally, to help in any possible way that I can. I'm so excited. Tomorrow's going to be epic. We round out Season 3, Frequency of